one of the big questions about Iran is how strong or weak is Iran right now, militarily? Because the argument in the past from restrainers in the West, from anti-war voices were, not just if you bomb Iran, it's more likely to lead to a nuclear weapon, but also it will kick off World War III. It will kick off a conflagration in the region we've never seen before. Iran will respond with Hezbollah, with Houthis, with Hamas, with Assad. Assad's gone. Hamas has its own issues in Gaza. Hezbollah's lost its leader. Houthis are being bombed right now. Is Iran in a uniquely weak position? Because a lot of people are arguing in Israel, now's the time to strike. Iran's weak. What do you say to that argument?
So that's the part of the Israeli argument that they're making to the White House right now, saying the Iranians are, as you said, uniquely weak, and as a result...
And is it true, is what I'm wondering?
I don't think it is true. I think the Iranians, without a doubt, are in a weaker position regionally, as you pointed out, what's happening with Hezbollah, and more importantly, Syria. Hamas was never part of the larger, deterrence that the Iranians had built. Not even were the Houthis. The Houthis have now become much more important because of the loss of Syria and Hezbollah. But on the nuclear front, they are way ahead than they were in 2015. They're way ahead when Trump first came into office back in 2016. In fact, they're way ahead because Trump pulled out of the nuclear deal. So now they have 60%, they have a far larger stockpile. So yes, they have lost some assets in the region, without a doubt. Regionally, they're much weaker. On the nuclear front, they have much more leverage than they did before. And we do not yet know exactly what their own military strength is in terms of could they still create a tremendous amount of dangers. I would suspect that they can. And I say this based on the fact that at the end of the day, despite the fact that many of their throwing missiles at Israel was much for show, but the second attack in October, you had a very large number of their missiles penetrating all layers of Israel's air defenses, to the point that the Israelis asked for 2 THAAD battery systems, which is the most advanced military anti-air missile system that exists in the world. They wouldn't have done that if the Iranians were not successful.